guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Oluwatosin Miss Sugarlicious. For most of you that's been here before, thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you for watching my videos. And for those of you that are coming here for the first time, please join my amazing YouTube family. I really appreciate that. Click on the subscribe button. Depending on where you're watching from, I think it's usually on your left side. So it really depends on where you're watching from. And please click on the subscribe button next to it, and you will get notification anytime I drop a new videos. So today I am going to be talking about domestic violence. I know we all know that a lot is happening. In fact, in this 2020, a lot of things has happened. In fact, some interesting things. And today I am actually focusing more on the issue of the Ghanaian man who shot his wife at work. And that brings me to this question. I want you guys to digest the question before you even answer. Is marriage a do or die affair thing? Do women have to die in marriages? Do men have to die in their marriage before they let it go if they're having issues that are unworkable? Please take your time to think about this question very well, and drop me comments down below the comment section. What you think, what's your opinions, what you think about that question. So today I am going to be talking to both singles and married couples, and I hope you enjoy. I'm going to be focusing firstly on the single people, single ladies, single men. Please, if you're not ready for marriage, don't go into it. If you know you're not ready for marriage, don't even think of it. Don't even stress yourself about it. And if you feel like you've not found the right person, don't make an attempt to settle for what you have. Make sure you have the right person before you settle down, before you even think of marriage. Because this is the problem that, especially in our black community, this is the problem that we tend to have. Like, we have a lot of pressure there's a lot of pressure from your mom, your dad, your uncles, your extended family. You hear people tell you that, oh, you know what, your cousin just got married, when are you gonna get married? Your cousin just did this, when are you gonna do that? Your cousin just, like, you get to hear so many things, like comparisons. People will compare you to your friends, people will compare you to your sister, people will compare you to your brother, and they don't realize what they do sometimes, because the thing is that, but you will know that it's peer pressure. Don't get married out of peer pressure. That's what I'm here to tell you. Do not get married out of peer pressure, because your mommy is not going to live with you in your husband's house, and your dad is not going to live with you with your wife. So take all the time in the world that you have or that you want before you get married. Don't rush yourself. Take your time, because once you get into marriage because of peer pressure, or because you feel pressure to get married, or because of what the society say, especially in our black community, there's this mindset that if you're not married, if you're single, or you've not got kids, or like they make you feel like you've not achieved anything. So in a black community, they see marriage as an achievement. I'm sorry to say, guys, marriage is not an achievement. The word Mrs. is just a title. It doesn't add to your life. It doesn't extend your life. It doesn't add value to your life. Of course, yes, marriage may add value to people's life in a sense that when they start having kids, that's adding value to your life. However, it won't, the word Mrs. is just a title. It's not going to add anything to your life. And the thing is that once you get married out of peer pressure, the pressure will continue, guys. It's not going to end there, because a time will come that once you get married, what family members are expecting is baby. They expect you to start having babies, start making family, and all that. And if you're in your husband's house for like a year, you've not had a baby, or they've not had anything about you having miscarriages and all that, the pressure will start mounting on you, and then you don't only have your own family members to deal with. By then, you now have your husband's family to deal with as well, because everybody will start saying things around you, or when are you gonna have your kids, when are you gonna, and the annoying thing about it is, when you have your first child, after 6-9 months, people will start asking, okay, when is the next one coming? So it's non-stop, guys. It's literally like you're from one thing to another, from one thing to another. And that's why, if you're gonna get married, please don't say because my mommy said, don't say because my daddy said that, or your uncle, your extended uncle from your father's side, or from your somebody said that, okay, you know what, because you're not married, you've not achieved anything, you've not done nothing with your life. No, guys. Marriage is a very complex, thing. You don't just handle it. You don't just rush into it, because when you rush in, you will rush out. That's the thing about marriage. Once you take that step to rush into marriage, no one will tell you when you will run out of that marriage. That's the honest truth, guys. So please, this is to any single person out there, either a male or female. Before you get married, be sure that you are ready for it. Be sure that you've got the right person. Don't just marry anyhow. Don't say, okay, you know what, because my mommy said, I'm just going to get married to this person anyway. Don't say, oh, because you've not met the right person yet. You've not met that person that makes you feel what you want to feel, and then you just marry anybody that comes your way. Don't settle for less. That's the thing. Do not settle for less. If you feel like you've not found that right person for you, or for your destiny, or for your future, just stay calm. Wait patiently for that right person to come your way. Because I've said it before, when you're rushing, you will rush out. Please don't ignore signs. Don't ignore, like, if you're still single and you're in a relationship, and maybe the guy speak with you in a very maybe rude manner, or you feel like something is not right in that relationship, please don't ignore those signs. If you feel like you need to talk about it, talk about it. And if you feel like after the thing is that if you're still single and you're in a relationship, and the relationship you feel like you're not where you should be, in a sense that perhaps maybe the guy is not treating you right, or maybe the guy is abusive. Guys, when I say abusive, I don't mean maybe the guy is beating you. There are times that abuse could come in form of the way the person speaks to you. Maybe the person does not even respect you. Please don't ignore that. Don't have this mindset that, oh yeah, you know what, it's going to change with time, it will change. Don't have this mindset that, okay, you know what, when we get married, maybe when we start having kids, maybe we'll grow out of it, or maybe we'll change it, maybe we'll change his character when he starts seeing the kids, or this and that. Please don't. If you've seen signs in your relationship, or maybe you've already picked a date, and you've already seen some signs that you feel like, okay, you know what, you see that you talk about it, and if talking is not helping, it's better you walk away. I know it sounds harsh. It really does sound harsh. But the honest truth is, when you eventually get married to that person, it's not going to change. Because unfortunately, you can't change anybody. That's the funny thing. And that's one thing I do not understand. I don't know why women don't get it. I don't know why women just feel like, oh, it's going to change when I start having kids. Or, oh, it's going to change when we eventually get married. What makes you think it's going to change? If it's not changing while you guys are dating, if it's not changing when you guys are still very much single, when do you think it's going to change? Why would you even think it's going to change? Please, guys, do not ignore signs. Don't pretend like, you didn't see them. when you know that these signs are actually glaring to you. Number 3 point, guys. To single people, I'm still on this single people. Number 3 point, please, 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 listen to people around you. This is the mistake that a lot of people do. A lot of people feel like, marriage is all about, I love you, I will die for you, my word is all about you, my this, my that, you're the apple of my eyes, you are the sugar in my tea, you are the one that make me ginger. Excuse me. Marriage is not only about love. It's not always about love. It can't always be lovey-dovey, rosy, and baby rosy. Marriage is, I still don't know the best word to use to qualify the word marriage. It's a commitment. Yes, we all know it's a commitment, but it's more than just a commitment. It's more than just committing to somebody, because there are times that, even if you're committed to somebody, if you don't know that person very well, there is, the two of you will not be able to get along. So please, listen to people around you. Don't say, I love him. It's all about love. No. It's not about love. Oh. The Ghanaian man that killed his wife, I'm sure they loved each other at the beginning. I'm sure, perhaps, maybe they still love each other even before the whole thing happened. But, something must have gone wrong somewhere. It's not, that's why I keep saying, that's why I'm trying to emphasize and stress this out, that marriage is not just about, I love you, I love you, I love you. There's a saying in where I come from, there's a saying that what an elderly person sees standing, if a child climbs on top of a roko tree, the child will not say it. That is why you need to listen to people around you, because there are things that, when you're in a relationship, there are times that, you get carried away. You forget about things that is going on around, and just all you do is just focus your attention on just that man. And it makes you, when you focus your attention on just on that man, you forget about the bad habits he has, you forget about the bad things he does to you, you forget about if he's treating you bad, you don't even think about how bad he's treating you, because you are so in love. People around you are the only people that will be able to pick on, oh, okay, you know what, he just did that, he shouldn't be doing that. He talked to you that way, he shouldn't speak to you that way. Men don't speak to women like that. From there, you'll be able to tell, because like I said, women, we get so blinded with this so-called love thing, that we forget to focus on the person's behavior. We forget to focus on the way the person speaks to you. We forget to focus on the way the person treats you. So please listen to people around you. People around you, like your family, your friends, your mentors, people that you see as mentors. Speak to them. Talk to them. Listen to them when they speak to you. It's not, this married thing, I don't, this marriage thing, what marriage is going to cost. In fact, the next couple of years, I don't think people are eventually going to be getting married anymore. Because a lot of people will just prefer to be partner, me and my partner, than go and put your hand in one paper and sign. It's just the truth, guys. It's the honest truth. So please, 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 listen to people around you. Talk to people. Don't feel like, oh, because I'm in a relationship, if I see something wrong, I can't talk to someone about it. Let me put it this way. There are some men, they go like, oh, you know what, and I want our stuff to be in between us. Nobody should listen, nobody should hear it, and all that. When you are dating a man, don't say you want your stuff to be between you two. If you married, when you married, it's okay. You can keep it within your house, whatever. Because once you're married now. But if you're still dating, you guys are still in a relationship, still in courtship, doing courtship. When you see things and you feel like, okay, talk to someone about it. Hear other people's opinion. Don't feel like, oh yeah, you know what, I'm in this alone. So, when you marry, that's when you are in it alone. But when you are still courting somebody, you're still going out with somebody, you are not in it alone, you are in it with your entire family member. That's the truth. Because your family member, there are things that they will pick on that you won't even spot, talk less of picking on them. Now I'm gonna be talking to couples, married couples out there. Before I go ahead, I would like to say that no woman or man deserves to die in marriage. When I say die in marriage, yes, you can die in marriage in your old age, when you are older, when you've enjoyed all your life. But no woman or man deserves to die in abusive marriage. If it is violence upon violence upon violence, nobody deserves to die in such situation. And that brings me to this point that, please, this is my first point for couples. If you are in an abusive marriage, and and then there's been threats from either the wife or the husband, you guys have said things to yourself out of anger. You've said you will kill him out of anger, or the other one have said the husband has said I will kill you out of anger. Please don't ignore those statements. Yes, we can assume that these things are said out of anger. We can assume that they don't mean it at the time they say it. But please don't ignore it. Don't just throw it away. The Ghanaian woman that died, a new video has been posted where the husband was threatening her, and the family were there. The brother was there, and the brother said he's gonna call the police, and the wife was kind of like feeling sentiment, like, oh, it's okay, don't call the police and all that. Perhaps if they had informed the police about this threat, a death could have been prevented. There is a way a death could have been avoided. But the police know nothing of this. After a death, that was when the video became viral. So please, if you are in such situation where your husband says this or you say that, don't ignore it. In fact, in such situation, you can still, if you want to be still married to your man, it's okay, stay there, but make sure your one eye is open while one is closed, so that you can be watching your back. And if you don't want to leave one of your eyes open or closed, you can have both eyes open, widely open, and make sure you're watching your back, because you don't know what may happen. You don't know what that person could do out of anger. So please, we need to stop ignoring these things in our society, especially in our black society, in our black community. These things keep happening. This thing keeps happening every time. In fact, in this year, a lot of, I've read about so many news about spouses killing one another in America, in Africa. Like, it's happening everywhere. It is happening everywhere. So please do not ignore this. Do not ignore this signs. Don't pretend like they didn't say it, or the person just said it out of anger. My second point goes to single people who are in abusive relationship and married couples who are in abusive relationship. So guys, please, this point, if you're not ready to leave your man, if you don't want to leave your marriage, get help. Don't die in silence. Don't say, oh, you know what, I got myself into this mess and I have to deal with it. It's fair enough that you are in that mess, but you cannot deal with it all by yourself. You need people around you to be able to deal with it, to be able to cope with it. You need professionals to help you, that would help you through, you know, through those stages of dealing with it. You can't deal with it all by yourself. So please get help from professionals. You know, the problem that we have in our society, especially our Black society, is the fact that we feel, for some reasons we all we have this mindset that when a man is abusive, they have the mindset that it is spiritual. A lot of Black people believe that, oh, you know what, when my man is abusive or when my woman is abusive, it has to do with spirit. It must be spiritual. Something must be wrong somewhere. It must be from this side or from somewhere or something. No, guys, no. It doesn't have to be spiritualism every time. It doesn't have to do with, oh, it must be from his family or from that or this. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to be spiritual every time. There are times that if you look at that man's background, it is going to be either the man grew up with abusive parents, so that has actually traumatized the man. So maybe the man must have had a very traumatizing upbringing that is causing the man to flip at every slight little thing. That is causing the man to get angry at every little thing that you do. It doesn't have to be spiritual. There are times that, the man may just need counseling, in a sense that the man needs to accept the fact that, okay, you know what, I've got anger problem. If the man accepts that, okay, I've got anger problem, it may even not be anger problem per se. It may just be, maybe jealousy, maybe the person is just jealous about something, or maybe, like I said, it could just be, it may just come down to the upbringing of that person. So please, stop saying it is spiritual every time, because it is not spiritual every time. That's the honest truth. There are times that it just comes down to the things that the person has gone through growing up. The person may have gone through some, traumatizing situation as an adult or in their adult life that has made them become so uptight about everything around them. So please, guys, seek help if you are in a situation where your spouse is abusive. It may not even be as abusive physically, it may just be emotional abuse. A lot of women out there are going through emotional abuse. There are a lot of women out there that are going through physical abuse. It just depends on the kind of abuse that you're going through. So don't say, oh yeah, because we're Africans, we always believe that, it must be spiritual attack. Every time, it's not always about spiritual attack. There are times that it is more than just spiritual attack. There are times that it is something that we can easily correct by seeking help from professionals. One of the things that I find annoying about spouses killing themselves is that, when they want to commit the act, I don't think they consider, I don't think they actually put their children into consideration. Because you kill your spouse, you kill your wife, or if it's vice versa, and you don't even think about your children, because when you kill, obviously, what's going to happen? You're going to jail. And you find some people killing their spouses and then killing themselves. They won't even think about the child, their children. They won't think about what will become of their children when they are gone. When they are no more, what will become of those kids that they leave behind? You guys need to consider all these things. You can't just think, okay, you want to get out of a situation and forget that you have responsibilities. If you want to get out of a situation, go in peace. You don't have to kill your wife. You don't have to kill your husband. for you to go, for you to leave a marriage. If it's not working, if you've tried everything possible to make it work, if it's not working, just live peacefully. Consider your children. Don't ruin their life trying to get yourself out of a situation you got yourself into. It is unfair on those kids. You know, it's really bizarre when people don't consider the fact that, you know, you bring these children to this world. You bring them to this world. You know, like, you obviously when you're not there anymore, what do you think becomes of those kids? What becomes of their future? So please, guys, before you take any step when you're in an abusive marriage or relationship, before you take any drastic step or before you take any drastic decision, please consider your kids. What will become of them? Don't just kill your spouse thinking that, you know, when you kill your spouse, you're going to be free. Yes, you will be free, at least from the emotional trauma that you're going through or the abuses. However, your kids are going to be affected. So you might as well just live in peace without killing anybody in the process. And finally, I'm going to leave you guys with this final final solution. If you are in abusive relationship, marriages, please, I said it earlier and I'm going to say it again, seek help. There are some intervention programs for anger management, and there are some intervention programs that helps abuser to think about their behavior, to think about to take accountability, to reflect on what they do. So please consider trying out all these interventions. Consider all these interventions. Don't just, you know, give up or make it feel like, okay, it's normal to beat your wife or to do vice versa to your husband. You know, I don't know whatever women do to their men. But please, these interventions allow you to reflect on your behavior. It helps you to think about your behavior. What are you doing right? What are you doing wrong? And it helps you to also take accountability for what you've done wrong. And that is the issue with African people, African men. They don't want to take the accountability of that they've done something wrong. And this needs to change. If you really want to, if you want to change the way you behave to your wife, the way you nag at her or beat her up and all that, please consider counseling, anger management, interventions that will help you to reflect on yourself, reflect on your behavior, and take accountability for all the wrongs that you've done. So please, guys, I'm going to leave you with all I have said. I will leave you to think about them. Please drop comment down below this video in the comment section. Give me thumbs up if you like this very video. And till next time, I'm going to leave you now. Till next time, thank you for watching my video once again. And stay tuned for my next video. I love you guys. Bye.